I think it's a Herculean task. A decade definitely sounds small, but I still believe that it's a step in the right direction. We're for the first time looking at technology as a disruptive force, wherein we're hoping that the governance in itself will be systemized, will be centralized. It will open doors for a lot of public partnership. It will no longer be just a corporate partnering with the government in doing something which public has no idea of. This would be for the first time when public would start voicing their opinion about what do they want to see in the city, how do they want to see it, when do they want to see it, to what an extent do they want to change within a city, what kind of technologies do they want to see? I mean, do they want to see creating Wi-Fi zones in the city, or do they want to see their streets being manned 24/7 by CCTV so that people can actually get out of their homes and start walking? One of the main reasons why people don't walk is that the minute the sun sets, the mother would tell his child, don't go out in the park because the park is not manned. There may not be a security guard, but probably it's futuristic, but maybe there will be a day when parents will say, yeah, why not just go around and play, when women will be able to go out and not be afraid. So this is the first time, whether it will happen in all 100 smart cities and whether it will be developed in a decade, I'm sure this government actually has the willpower to do it. It will depend a lot on what kind of financing options and how our country performs at an economic level, and what kind of participation people and corporates will be willing to put in this overall initiative. My belief is not one technology can be replicated or duplicated between a city A and a city B. The requirements of a technology for one city may be entirely different from a city 2, but it goes without saying that technology actually has the strength to change how a city transform into a smarter city. A very small example: the amount of electricity we consume in our homes is right now manually monitored. I mean, I still remember my father tapping my shoulder and saying, hey, you forgot to switch off your lights. While at the same time he may not know that I've left my charger of the phone plugged in and the switch is on. So essentially it is consuming electricity, maybe very minute, but it is still consuming electricity. There exists a technology by which you can automate your home, and it can actually tell you room by room, point by point, what is the amount of electricity which is consumed. So tomorrow my father doesn't need to tap my shoulder and tell me, hey, you forgot. I can actually switch on my iPad and say, hey, I am consuming so much of electricity, while my brother isn't, or my son is consuming, so much of electricity in his home. What the hell is he doing? Or did I forget to switch off my AC? I wasn't in the room from this hour to this hour. Why was the AC working? So there exists, this small intervention can actually lead to a larger benefit, not only to the citizen, but to the state, and then at an overall level to the country, because every ounce of electricity that we're going to save might result in this electricity being plowed in for generating more economic development. So yes, technology definitely has that role to play. So for a small example, if I have to go to a municipal corporation and get a birth certificate issued, it's a manual process. My son is born, I take a file from the hospital, I go to the municipal corporation office, I submit that file, they issue me a token, I have to go back after 10 days, collect that, then I have to go after an year to get his name incorporated in the birth certificate. I have to get an affidavit and everything done. Now, is it all required? The answer is no. If I was to look at the number of days I'm going to waste just doing this, which is actually, when I can actually do some productive work, is roughly 7 to 10 days. So 10 days into 8 hours of productive time, which I may have utilized for generating, productive time for my organization and or probably for the country, is gone. Why? Because I needed my son's name on a birth certificate, right? I've lost leaves which I could have taken if I was not well. So essentially what I'm trying to get at is, my son is born, the hospital asked me what your name, your wife's name, your address, show me Aadhaar card. I submit my Aadhaar card, they scan it, they upload it onto the MCG site. MCG exactly knows who the person is, they can trace me by my Aadhaar card. My birth certificate automatically gets uploaded onto the website. I get issued a token on my mobile phone. I click on that token, go to the MCG website, I download the birth certificate. Is there a human interaction required? No. Did I waste even a single day? No. I can do this sitting in my home. My wife can track this sitting in the house. I need to add a name. I have an Aadhaar card. I can easily fill a form on the website itself, click an undertaking saying that I would not be willing to change the name of my son, which is written in the affidavit, which is largely what they need. I tick on it, the name gets added, I get issued another token, I print the birth certificate. This time with the name. Again, time lost? No. Not even a single day's time is lost. And all those 80 hours of lost time can be productive. So yes, technology can definitely do wonders if used in the right manner.